Well, good afternoon, everyone.
We put a new one up, didn't we?
Yeah, we've never done a Saturday afternoon before, have we?
Never done a Saturday afternoon. And quite frankly, I don't think we're going to get the numbers.
No, it's just not about the numbers, is it? The fact is that people are watching us right now. So thank you for watching the broadcast.
Watching. Can I give you my love, please?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually excited.
Are you excited?
Yeah, because I thought on a Saturday, I mean, to be fair, it's raining.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of electric cuts. Shortages,
well, there's been floods. There's been floods in Monmouthshire, in Abergavenny, down that way, in the valleys. There's been lots of floods in it, rolling off the Sugarloaf Mountain. Have you been there, Sugarloaf?
I quite like the Sugarloaf Mountain.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it?
It makes me feel hungry when I'm there, even though it's just the name, isn't it?
Have you been to the wine tasting place up there? That's really nice. You get a platter of cheese and biscuits. Really, the cheese is banging. You get that smelly. You get that smelly cheese.
Banging cheese.
Yeah, you get that smelly cheese. You know, it smells like smelly socks. It's got blue bits in it. Let's know in the comments you like cheese. What is your favourite cheese? We'd like to know.
Can I just say the cheese that I like? It's like goat's cheese rolled in ash.
A what? I've known you 31 years and I didn't know you like goat cheese wrapped in rash. Ash.
Ash.
I had a craving for bacon this morning. I don't know why. I phoned you and told you tonight. I've got a real craving for bacon. I don't know why. And you said you must be thirsty.
I just noticed your Welsh accent. You were saying bacon. And I'm like,
yeah. You've got a great. Because you live in Swansea. You've got a great Welsh accent, haven't you?
Well, when I used to live, I used to live in Swansea.
Yeah, you did.
And I used to work in SA1, and I had a really lovely, great hub of friends here. And all we ever do is we watch videos together. It was amazing.
You sound like Gavin and Stacey, when you're doing it.
Oh, Gavin. No, you sound like Uncle Bryn.
We're live on X as well. We're live on X. So if you're on X,
hello on X. We are here in the studio.
We are indeed. Thank you.
So I just thought Saturday, in the afternoon, this is his idea. Let's come on. Let's just have a chat. Let's talk about what's going on. It is grey. It is miserable outside. So let's just hope that we can just bring a little bit of sunshine.
Smile a while.
That singing is not going to bring sunshine. It's going to bring further rain. And winds.
Actually, our studio, we've got beautiful windows here looking right over where we are in mid Wales. It's absolutely pissing it down. It really is. It really is. Oh, by the way, there's pissing's in the Bible. It's not swearing. Yeah. I hope you liked the new intro, by the way. Fantastic.
Can we just play that intro once more?
Yeah, you want to watch it again?
I love this. Have a new intro.
This is your warrior spirit.
This is the warrior woman.
Now, I get dressed up in a vicar's outfit. Just to let all of you know, you might not know this. I am actually ordained, but I don't use the title anymore.
So when I first met him, he was Pastor Rich. Literally, Pastor Rich. It was just awful. And
I've got credit cards with the Reverend Richard Taylor on.
Reverend Richard Taylor.
It should be irreverent, really, but but for the grace of God, go I. So watch this intro again. Tell us what you think. We'd love to know in the comments.
We need to know either or. We've got to have a vote between.
I don't know which one it is. Is it this one?
I don't know. We've got a vote actually between.
We should have done a poll.
We should have done a poll.
We're going to come to your comments and say this.
I am an impassioned warrior woman that wants to save this country.
Yes, we do.
Because it is going down the Swanee.
While she's fighting, I'm praying. So praying for the enemy because they
Vicar Rich.
Well, something like that. I wanted to talk about something actually. I can't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
Down the Swanee, we're talking about the toilets.
No, did you see on X today the river in Oxford full of shite? I mean, there was a crap everywhere. It was like
it's plastic bottles. It's like rubbish. It is like an environmental hazard. It is absolutely disgusting.
It was like in India. So ATG has reposted the stream.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And thank you for everyone tuning in as well. We're going to get through the show tonight.
You're going to give him a blessing as a Reverend
May the
Rich.
Lord, the Father, the Son, Holy Ghost, and all that. God bless you. And may your days.
I don't think I could take you seriously if you said that to me. I think I'm just like.
Well, look, I've got a kind of call on you. If I put it like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Look
at you.
I know.
You are ordained. And what process did you have to go through?
Well, I had to do Bible college. I had to do 3 years, but I finished after 2, got my diploma. But I did my 3rd year outside of college, so I got my degree in whatever it's called, theology, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how long ago it was. I mean, it's over 30 years ago, mate. So yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's just a long time ago. Studied Islam as well, which is always topical on our shows. We like to talk about that a lot.
We do because it is a massive
problem.
In our country.
So we're just going to go to some of the, not the comments now. We want to go to, and I've lost our way. By the way, folks, we're new to all this, so you'll have to bear with us, right? Because
what are you doing?
I know. See what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing now.
You're supposed to be doing it.
No, I know, but I've just gone back to doing it the old-fashioned way. Right, okay. So this show wouldn't be what it is if we didn't talk about your favorite person, who happens to be who?
My beloved Keir Starmer. I adore that man.
Do you really?
No, I'm lying. My nose has just grown, and yeah.
Mine doesn't grow anymore. Bloody hell, it's big enough as it is. Like, I want to get through the door. I mean, everything else.
My gosh, Keir Starmer.
Welcome to your Saturday fix.
No, Keir Starmer for me is just a very troubled man. If you watch him as a human being, he's just so soulless. He's robotic. The way that he talks, the way that he speaks, is like somebody is speaking in his ear. It is. I find him intrinsically disgusting.
Well, here's a clip we pulled for you, especially for you. Watch this; it's fantastic. You love it.
What we did in the budget was stabilise the economy through the measures taken by the Chancellor, and what has that led to? 4 interest rate cuts for more.
Listen now, sausage. You stabilised fuck all. All you talk about is your dad being a tool maker. Of course he was. He fucking made you, and you are a giant tool. Piss off.
Oh, I love that woman. This is Wales.
Yeah. This is God's country,
I
right?
wish that woman was my gran.
She would have been amazing. Good old Hilda.
Yeah. If my gran was alive, my gran's name was Iris. She was a Welsh speaker as well. She's siarad Cymraeg. You're learning Welsh as well, aren't you?
A little bit. I can ask you, I can say welcome to Wales.
Go on then, go on, by the way.
Croeso Cymru.
Croeso I Cymru.
Croeso I Cymru.
Don't forget the E's.
Yeah, can I teach you English now?
Go on then, yeah.
It's welcome to England.
Okay. Welcome to England.
No, say welcome.
Welcome.
Don't bother with that. Okay. Welcome.
Welcome.
Just try and do your English accent.
Welcome.
Do it in a Brummie accent because
welcome to England, like you know what I mean? From Birmingham. From Birmingham.
Welcome to England, man.
You're all right, mate. I'm from Birmingham.
Yeah, you used to live in Birmingham, didn't you?
Did I shake a table, love? Because you shake.
Oh, sorry. You used to live in Birmingham, didn't you?
I chipped in. Oh
my God, that's awful. So what have we got on today?
Well, breaking news, NHS. Now, the NHS, for any of you have experienced it, some of you might have had good experiences, but for the majority of the stories that we hear, it's been an absolute nightmare.
I have kind of a weird position on this because I actually teach year 4 medical students. So I go into different hospitals and I teach year 4 medical students along the realm of complicated illnesses. So that is because I actually have a complicated illness. So I am probably the best person and the best patient to actually tell people what is going on within the NHS. Now, the CQC is the Care Quality Commission, and they actually are the overseers, they're the governance, and they actually will give you, whether you're in special measures or whether you're doing an excellent job. And I used to write for them as a secret mystery patient. So I'd go into hospitals as the mystery patient.
That's interesting. I'll ask you some questions. So you used to go into the hospitals and secretly film what was going on in the hospitals?
Yeah, it's filming what's going on in the hospitals, but it's also documenting how it's treated. Oh, bloody didn't.
Oh.
Jeez, get over yourself. This male bullshit.
I just thought, if you're going to sneak into a hospital, you have to pretend to be, you pretend to be a patient.
I'm a patient. And I'm having to, I know. Where did you go?
I'm going to go pray now, I think.
Yeah, I think you should. God bless you also.
Thank you.
So what I'm having to do, right, is then actually be poorly. So it's a legitimate illness, and I'm laying there, and nurses are coming in and chatting away to me, and I'm then having to document everything. So it was a real it was really hard work. But the NHS is on its knees. So recently I was admitted to hospital and I went into a hospital in Wales, and I can honestly tell you it was like third world country. There were people waiting in ambulances. Yeah. There were people on the sidelines, literally by the nurse's station, and they were all their beds were just
It was
resting.
like a scene from Saving Private Ryan,
Well,
a hospital
I've
where
never
it's just
seen
been
it.
bombed. Haven't you seen it? No,
No.
it's just basically people everywhere, body parts everywhere. I mean, it literally was. I mean, but Labour are boasting, didn't they posted this on X yesterday, saying we're doing a great job with the NHS. The tweet put out by the Labour government were, with Labour, NHS waiting lists are down 230,000 since July 2024.
What bullshit? Like, I understand that there may be some movement in that they're giving appointments, but please let me tell you that there is, again, this kind of hidden agenda. So yes, there may be the waiting list may be down, but it's not like that. I'm having letters to say I have an appointment in a year's time. That will then deem the waiting list to have gone down, but what they're doing is being clever in the way that they deliver it to you. So yes, you're getting an appointment, but it's not quick enough, and it's not actually, you know, as expedient as we need it. So
yeah. So, but your experiences were pretty awful, because I came to visit you and spent some time with you, you know, making sure everything was okay, because you were in the middle of nowhere as well, you know, the hospital you were in. And it struck me that the care was dreadful. It was awful. It was going back in you know, it felt like going back into the dark ages, to be honest. I mean, I've traveled, and when I was in the Philippines many years ago, I was rushed in the hospital with food poisoning. But the hospital back then...
No, it was just me that poisoned you.
Yeah, I probably, yeah. But you failed. That's why I'm here. I made it. I survived. The poison didn't work. But yeah, the hospital back then, 10, 15 years ago, more than that actually, was better than the hospitals now in the UK. And they were absolutely dreadful.
Can I just quickly say, though, so that when I was put in hospital, so like I'd gone in, hello and good afternoon, everybody. When I was actually put into a hospital bed, I was then transported for a scan 3 hours away, because the one hospital I was in didn't have a 24-hour MRI working. There was not an operator or a scanner, you know, that was basically scanning for 24 hours. So they had to move me from one position.
No,
it was 3 hours away. So they had to like then locate me. I had to go in, and again, it looked like a third world country. There were ambulances everywhere, and to be honest, the people were just so sick, so sick.
But one of the things the doctor, I remember you telling me about this, the doctor, he told you he was too busy to make a phone call to a department in Birmingham because you've been under Birmingham for quite a few years, haven't you, with your medical?
So I've got a special team in Birmingham, and basically it is common sense, and it's also part of a plan that is for my medical care, that if I'm in another hospital, that a doctor should phone the other hospital to say, this incident has happened, there's been a bleed, you know, she's not very well, what is it that we do? And I'm supposed to have something as protocol, you know, in place for managing my bleeding
What did the
disorder.
doctor say to you when you told him this?
He literally verbatim looked me right in the eyes and he said, I am the only doctor on today. I am skeleton staff. Therefore, I can't phone them. I am too busy. Well, that's a shocker, isn't it?
Of course, when a doctor tells you he's too busy and he's there to take, and you're actually, you know, lying on a bed, don't know what's going on, and you got, you know, because I can imagine when that happens to anybody, it's the diagnosis. When they don't know what's going on, they're trying to find it. But in the meantime, you need as much care, and not just you, but you know, anybody in hospital, because you want to know.
They're overrun. So I met a woman actually in the hospital. She was incredible. She was a nurse. Now, I might as well tell you what happened. I will just say what happened. So I was basically at home, and then all of a sudden I had this onset of severe pain in my spine, and I couldn't walk. So my left leg had gone completely numb. I lost all sense of my bladder, all sense of my bowel, couldn't walk at all, and I had to be rushed into hospital. It was really frightening, and I mean really frightening, to be, you know, sort of not feeling anything and not knowing what's going on. So I get into hospital, and there's something called was it the fit to sit? There is a little area fit to sit. But they told me that I had something called cauda equina, which means horse's tail. So it's where all of the fraying of your nerves in your spine starts to come apart. So as a horse's tail is a bit messy at the end, unless you're preening and, you know, doing it properly. They literally were all displaying. And so in that, you can actually lose sense of your bottom half. So you can become completely paralyzed, which is actually quite frightening. So I'm sort of sat there sitting up saying, I can't sit. It is too painful. So then they just sent me home and then I couldn't walk. And then I was getting pins and needles coming up to my chest. And as these pins and needles are coming up to my chest, I'm getting more and more like frightened. So I contact my GP again, who says, I can't deal with this. This is way out of my remit. You need to go to another hospital. So I then had to go to another hospital. And as you're sat in this other hospital, they're recognizing, no, you cannot sit up. You have to lay down. Otherwise, it could completely paralyze you. Mm-hmm. So I'm then getting into, you know, the whole arena of going to having scans and then like being looked after. But the issue is that when I needed a bed and had to stay in the hospital, there was no space. There was no room in the inn. Like literally, I was not able to actually have a bed. So they had to put me in a cupboard.
It was a cupboard. I came to see you there, didn't I?
Yeah, you came to see me.
On the door, it had bathroom. And I was like, that's a bathroom. People were walking and thinking it was a toilet. But actually, they put you in a bed there.
They put me in a bed, which was broken. And it was wonky. And they left me in a cupboard and there was no bell for the nurses. I couldn't even stand up to go to the toilet. It was just horrific. So the NHS is on its knees. And the woman that I spoke to, because the one doctor said to me in the space of 10 minutes, this is literally verbatim, he said, I think you've got an aneurysm in your spine. Mm-hmm. You can imagine the fear and the shock because I'm there just going, what? Then he said, actually, no, I think you might have had a dissection in your spine. And then I'm sort of like, so hang on, is it an aneurysm or is it a dissection in my spine? Which one is it? You know, stop playing with my head. And I just feel like they're so overrun that they are just going to grab at anything.
It is. And
to try and give you the diagnosis.
The changeovers, you know, I mean, sympathy for those who work in the NHS, who work flat out. There's nurses who were really good, you know, hours to spend, you know, they work their backsides off. But, you know, even people who work there have experienced issues. I mean, take this, for example, we read this earlier today in The Independent. My mother-in-law spent years working for the NHS. Last week, she waited 10 hours outside hospital in an ambulance. 10 hours.
Say ambulance again.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. Is that right?
Ambulance.
What did Peter Kay say?
I will teach you
What did Peter Kay say?
English.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Call ambulance. Call ambulance. You never heard that?
No.
They say it up north. I'm sure the Northerners normally say
I don't think they do.
Ambulance. They do. Yeah, but technically,
they'd be like ambulance.
10 hours.
I know.
And she worked in the NHS. I mean, it's sad. I think she was in her 80s, that story as well. It's a disgrace. We all know the NHS in the state. Here in Wales, obviously, it's in a complete mess. We got Betsy Cadwaladr in special measures. I think Merthyr Hospital is in special measures. Quite a few of them, actually. And yeah, we'd love to know your experiences of the NHS.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, it was horrendous what you went through in it. But
it was. Can I just say, though, I didn't have an aneurysm in my spine and I didn't have a dissection. They then told me that I'd had a stroke on my spine. So then to go for all of these three kind of possible diagnoses. So then I laid flat in a bed for 12 days and I was still laying on, you know, flat, couldn't move. And then they sent me home. They actually just said after 12 days,
we're just going
to have to discharge you because we don't know what to do with you and we need the bed. And it's like, okay, so what happens next? I have had like a good team come out, the OT team have come out and they've actually put me with the right people. So that's been really, really helpful. But I have been in a wheelchair and it's been...
I know I'm going to push you.
It's been awful.
I've enjoyed pushing you though.
Yeah, you have enjoyed pushing me because you were pushing me at the top of the hill, threatening to drop me down, roll me down.
Don't tell people that, man. You're not supposed to. I got public liability insurance on her anyway. I'm at church bells. But anyway, that's another story altogether. We shan't go there. TikTok. Oh, by the way, we're back on TikTok. It's working now, isn't it?
Yeah. So my TikTok got completely banned. Then it couldn't tell the truth and people don't like the truth. And we then had to open a new one. And then that got shut down.
I don't go on there.
All right, I do it. And then I had to open a third one. So I am on as Rogue at Land of Saints and Sinners.
See, I told you it was Rogue, didn't I? Nothing to do with me. So what else is making the news then? Because obviously our time is very limited. But hey, you said to me we're not going to get anybody on. Look, we got 159 on here. We got how many on X? Let's have a look. Shall we?
I'm just happy to have you here because
we've got 89 on our X account.
The story is really, really important, right? What we are going through as a country, we need to highlight this stuff, but we need people like me, people like Richie, people like you to actually tell us your stories because we need to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I've experienced it and I've gone through a lot of experiences in life. And some have been amazing, some have been absolutely shocking.
Me. That was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
It was shocking.
It was shocking. And it's 31 years of complete shock still.
I'm going grey, look.
Yeah, I've actually gone a little bit grey too. And I think that's because of you. But we won't go there. So anyway, I want to hear everybody's like experiences because I really enjoy hearing the positive because I want to go to that hospital when I hear something good.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. We're going to, we want to hear something good. That'd be great. We're going to look at Shabana Mahmood in a minute. You like her, don't you? Shabana Mahmood, the Labour MP.
I don't like her, but I don't want to be negative.
No, but what I want to say is...
The energy's all off.
Right, just in the top corner there is a QR code if you want to support us because our channel's not monetized. We've deliberately not done that for a moment. But if you'd like to support us, all you can do is grab your phone, scan that QR code, and you can leave a small donation. £2, £3, £10, £15, so she can get her hair done. No, seriously, if you want to leave a donation or monthly, please do so. We're on Substack as well. We're just going to launch our Substack as well, aren't we?
I remembered what I wanted to put on here.
What did you want to put on here?
It was about that Natasha Crowe.
Well, maybe we can do it in the interval. What we'll do is we're going to go to a video in a few moments. Maybe I can pull it up quickly.
No, I don't think we'll be able to.
We don't have time.
But anyway.
But please, would you consider giving a donation to the show? We'd really appreciate it. It allows us to do this on a regular basis and have everything up as well. I'm not going to go on about the money, but if you can do it, fantastic. If not, God bless you. Anyway, moving on very quickly. Let's go to
Vicar Richard.
Shabana Mahmood. Now, she has come up with a new idea to stop illegal immigration. Where have we heard that before? Remember the Conservatives? They were like, smash the gangs, stop the boats and, all that kind of rubbish. Never happened. Labour came into power last year in July. No different. We get, illegal immigration is massive. Over 50,000 illegal immigrants, undocumented males, a majority of them have come into our country through the open border policies.
Fighting age. Did I say that out loud?
You did, yeah, they are
fighting age.
And placed in hotels, HMOs around the country, and the government has lost complete control of its immigration non-policy because it doesn't have a policy, let's be quite honest. And this is what Shabana Mahmood had to say.
To be fair, just really quickly, she is new in, right? So she's new, like to her role. And so she's...
That's very gentle of you, love.
It was, wasn't it? I'm just trying to be balanced.
You're going to give her a chance?
No, I'm not giving her a chance because my next statement is she's now copycatting
the Danish.
Denmark, Danish.
Yeah, the Danish.
She's literally following suit and saying, right, actually, we're going to follow
Danish
these.
Pastry.
Okay, well, you've now made me hungry. I'm in the middle of talking about our country and saving our country, and you're thinking about food. Is this a woman and man thing? Is it more the women that are impassioned about this country and these men just think about their stomachs? I need to really swore them.
You need the GBN. But Shabana Mahmood, she wants to copy. What do the Danish want to do? Because they've had a 40-year low in illegal immigration.
Yeah. They're actually saying that people that have to come over, there's like this criteria now, which is 18,000. They have to have a deposit of 18,000.
Brilliant idea.
They cannot have claimed benefits for 3 years. So if you have claimed benefits for 3 years, you have to be self-sustained. But also, they have to have a Danish language test.
Well, I agree with that. If you can't speak the language of the country that you want to live in, why are you even here? I mean, I struggle going over the bridge, right? I go over the Severn Bridge and people are like, what did he just say? So, I mean, I might fail the test. I could try my English, but I'd probably fail the test.
However,
I probably would.
I just don't think any...
Do you agree with that?
I was speaking.
Oh, sorry, lovely.
Jeez. I don't think any illegal immigrant will handle the Welsh accent, with all due respect. I just don't think they'll do it.
Let's put it to our viewers then. What do you think of the Welsh accent? Do you think it's a... Do you know what?
It's very spitty.
Do you know what was voted the worst accent?
Go on. The Brummie.
Brummie.
Do you know what, mate? Oh no, the Brummie accent's really bad. And it just... But you know what? They're a bloody lovely bunch.
Oh,
I love the Brummies.
Great.
But... there is that.
So the language test then. So Shabana Mahmood. Anyway, just play the clip and watch this and we'll be right back.
On Monday, I will announce the most significant changes to our asylum system in modern times. Today, I want to tell you why. Across Europe, asylum claims are falling, but in Britain, they are rising. In the last 4 years, 400,000 people claimed asylum here. Over 100,000 are housed and supported at taxpayers' expense, putting huge pressure on local communities. The previous government had years to tackle this problem. Instead, they wasted time and £700 million on their Rwanda scheme, removing a sum total of 4 volunteers. This government has been rebuilding. We have record levels of immigration raids and arrests. We have prevented over 20,000 illegal channel crossings. And we have now returned nearly 50,000 illegal migrants. These were vital steps, but we must now go further. We need to reduce the numbers coming here illegally. We need to remove more people who have no right to be here. We will always be a country that gives sanctuary to those fleeing danger, but we must restore order and control.
Profile. Well, oh, good, you put. You caught us. I was trying to get a profile on Expo. She's on Expo at Land Sinners. Make sure you follow Rogue on there. We're just checking out the figures actually, and the numbers aren't we? It's the most we've ever had on a live and an after. Well, first we've done an afternoon, really.
Yeah, to be fair, I wasn't really happy about it, but now I am. It's
Well,
great
I
to
wonder-
have everybody here. Thank you so much for watching.
I wonder what you think of Shabana Mahmood, what she had to say. So, but on Monday, she's talking about cracking down on illegal immigration. Can you believe a word that comes out of her mouth?
The whole of Labour are Pinocchios.
Mm-hmm.
Their noses grow just like yours,
Thank you.
and they actually, right, are lying to us and politically gaslighting us.
Mhm.
And I cannot say this enough, but the political gaslighting is an abusive relationship
Mhm.
because we are in a relationship with their two-tier justice.
Yeah.
They're tweeting, policing our tweets, and then
Not our
literally
tweets.
they're just really damaging government. And
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of people that still favour them, and I still struggle to understand why they do.
Mhm.
But I'm not judging them. Like everybody
Oh, I'm judging
No,
them.
you shouldn't, because
Why?
everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to have, you know, a say, and then we all have to respect each other. It's really that simple.
Do you mean I've lost all respect for Keir Starmer and his government and his
No,
cabinet?
I don't respect him because
Oh,
he's
right.
treating people like shit.
Well, exactly.
And
That's
he's
the
lying
point.
to everybody. But I'm just saying, if somebody, as in one of us, just decide, then we have to support each other. We don't have to agree.
No, we definitely don't agree. So Shabana Mahmood, then let us know your thoughts. We're going to come to some comments now, then, Rogue. Shall we? Let's have a look at what people have got to say. Let's have a look. My struggle with the NHS. Someone here. My struggle with the NHS has been more around mental health. Incredible point, actually, because we discussed that with some of the people in hospital, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So we asked the question, you know, what is the first thing, you know, if another party was to come in and take over, what is it that you would want to see happen? You know, what would be the intrinsic changes that need to actually help it get back on its feet?
Mm-hmm.
And what did they say?
Yeah, well, they basically said the big problem you have in the NHS is not so much in the hospital, because you have the front door, the corridor, which is the hospital, the back door, which is aftercare. The problem they have in hospitals at the moment, the crisis seems to be, is the aftercare. So when you have an elderly person, where do they go? Care homes are shutting down, nursing homes are shutting down. The mental health increase that we've seen since lockdown on the pandemic, as you know, we don't believe it was. We believed it was all planned or part of an agenda.
Yeah.
What we saw happen there is there was a massive increase in mental health around the country amongst young people and older people, actually. But there's been nothing to support those people. So, you know, we hear you on that. It's a huge problem, isn't it, Rob? Huge problem.
It is. And I think, you know, when people struggle with mental health, you know, and then they're kind of different arenas of ill health that come, you know, people don't always take them seriously.
No.
And I find that absolutely horrific,
Yeah.
you know, that people aren't taken seriously. However, like I said, there are so many constraints and there's so much red tape within the NHS, because they have their coding system with phone calls, with ambulances. You know, there are different codes as to what is important and what is not. And if somebody with mental health has continued to kind of declare issue or, you know, need help, then unfortunately they are actually put at the bottom of the list. And that shouldn't happen. Sorry, go on.
Have I ever told you you're my counsellor?
No. But now you have just told me.
Yeah.
I actually
every time we do a live, I feel like I'm being counselled.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, I trained as a counsellor.
There we go.
because I went through a really horrific experience, and I felt that that would be like a really positive way to turn something that really negative into something really beautiful, to be able to help others.
And we're going to hear more about that in the future, aren't we? Because when you're ready, because you shared the other night on a live the news some of that experience, and it was very powerful, and it was very humbling for me to listen to it. I felt you very courageous, and I'm sure we're going to talk about when you're ready.
It was on the live 3 days ago. It
was. Make sure you check it out.
Pastor
We
Ricky
had, we had a bishop and a pastor on.
Bishop
we did indeed.
And a reverend. So we had all three of you. I felt like the biggest sinner.
Well, you know, you're the sinner, but you're not really. You're just an angel, really, aren't you?
With wings.
Yeah. But hey, thank you for, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, because you'll get notified. A bell will come on. If you hit the little bell, it goes ding, ding, ding. It'll notify you either by email or a push notification to let you know we're going live. So you never miss a live with the wonderful Rogue and myself, Richie. 222, that's a good number. That's an angel number, isn't it?
It is an angel number. It's almost like
we're 100 on X. Well, fantastic. This is
so
great.
I just want to go to
Labour
this
MPs
comment, which is, if Labour MP's mouth is moving, they're lying.
Well,
do you know what, Andy? You're so right.
I said about most MPs, though. I mean, I like Rupert Lowe. I think he speaks a lot of sense.
But he says it as it is. He's brutal. And I love that. I actually really like the fact that he's voicing such kind of passion, actually with no filter.
Yeah.
There is no filter with him.
Do you think Parliament's supposed to represent the country in it? So there's 650 constituencies, 650 seats.
Yeah.
And each MP represents that constituency. Do you think Parliament truly represents the British people?
No, for fuck's sakes. Of course it does not. And I'll tell you why. Sorry for swearing, but I'm not sorry. So sorry, but not sorry.
She's not sorry, really.
I'm not sorry. I love swearing. So the thing is, right, we have people like councillors. So she was a Labour councillor, Bev Craig. Now, I did a video on Bev Craig, and I actually put it up on my X a while ago. I might put it up again today, so have a look at it. But she actually hid and redacted every bit of information that the police had asked for around the grooming gangs. So you have Labour MPs or any MP that will protect their own. There's this kind of secret handshake that everybody has. There's this kind of, I'll look after you if you look after me. There's an in-house protection, which is not okay, because the public are starting to see through their bullshit and are basically trying to call them out. And unfortunately, we can call them out as much as we like with, you know, threats of, what they're called again? La, 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 la.
I don't know.
Petitions. I always say to you, tell me petitions.
You always ask me about the petitions.
I do. So I think petitions are actually more so now data harvesting. Because every petition that we sign for the government, they are literally figuring out what we want to do and what we're against, what we're for, what we will back, what we won't back. And they are starting to get a picture for each and every one of us as to what and where we stand, you know, in the realm of politics and who we are as people, which is why this new digital ID is all about figuring us out.
Yeah.
And I find it abhorrent.
Talking about politicians, Welsh politicians, the Welsh government. I mean, we live in Wales, and I just wondered if people knew what the Welsh government had spent their money on. You know this one, don't you?
I do know this one.
This makes your blood boil, doesn't it?
Yep.
So, according to the Welsh government, and according to on the record or for the record, tree planting in Uganda. Can you read that, Rogue? My eyes can't see. Can you read that?
Yeah.
What does it say?
So there is tree planting in Uganda. A Welsh government spend 4 million of taxpayers' money planting, gender equal trees in Uganda. I'm sorry, I can't. Let me just read that again. No, go back. I need to read that once more.
Go on, read it again.
Tree planting in Uganda. Welsh government spend 4 million of taxpayers' money planting gender equal trees in Uganda. Can you get your breath?
Makes me mad, makes my piss boil. It really does. £4 million of our money on gender. What's gender neutral trees?
Gender equal. What is equal? Gender equal.
What is a gender equal tree? And here they are planting gender-neutral trees.
Equal trees.
God bless them. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But we've seen this at every tier of government. I mean, they always waste our money on stupid virtue-signaling crap, basically, don't they?
They have. I mean, look at Rachel. Don't even get me started about
we're
Rachel
coming to her now. Oh, dear
Reeves.
Jesus.
But it's where they distribute the taxpayers' money and it goes abroad. But what is that really all about?
I'd stop foreign aid, I would. I wouldn't be paying it. I'd rather put the money into our armed forces, into our own country. And, what about make Britain great again? Trump did in America, make America great again. We should have make Britain great again.
Not many people really, a lot of people, he's Marmite. Trump is Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. No. Everybody hates you. So Trump is either loved or hated. And actually, he is also ruthless. He's another Rupert Lowe. He's very kind of, this is what's happening, and he does it. So he is a man of his word in regards to what's going to happen is going to happen. So we need somebody like that here because, what has happened is we've got this kind of left whimsical bullshit kind of anything goes. I mean, here...
Woke. If you go woke, you're going to go broke. I remember that. So
look, in Wales, they have this saying, right? And that is, it's a nation of sanctuary and everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. But we are overrun.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Nation of sanctuary, yeah. I mean, look, we're on the Wayne Broadway. We can go to a whole road of people that have been...
Can we still say his name? Because
absolutely.
No, I'm not saying that. I want everybody to say his name.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Nobody in government, in Labour, mentioned his name. No. And that is the most disrespectful, disgusting response or lack of response.
Yeah.
To not say his name. Why? Why are they not saying his name? It means they have to take ownership.
Yes.
Is it a level of if we say his name, then we have to recognise this? And now Mahmood's coming out saying, actually, we're going to now sort of copycat
Monday,
Denmark.
I'm going to solve the problem. We're going to copy Denmark, solve the immigration problem. I mean, they couldn't...
Their numbers are bullshit as well. They're coming in and coming out. It's just like we know that there is BlackRock and other government
international bodies interfering with our domestic politics. It's been happening for years.
Dover, Calais, there is one lorry, 2 lorries, 3 lorries that carry the bloody dinghies from one to... Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Not that talking about government and politicians, let's go to this next one in the Daily Star. Love the bit of Daily Star. It's Peter Mandelson. Yeah, it is. Look, if you look at him on the right there, he's taking a pee outside someone's house. Yeah, this is the guy that Keir Starmer wanted to be the ambassador to the United States of America, and that's the kind of people he's appointed to those roles. Of course, he's lost his job since because there were some issues around his potentially involvement with Jeffrey Epstein.
Funny, right? But is it so wrong to have a wee? If
Well,
you need a
not
wee, you
outside
need a
someone's
wee.
blooming house.
Wow.
I mean, when you were
Listen,
younger,
if I need to go, I bloody need to
you
go.
finish in a club or a pub, and you'd get yourself a greasy kebab. You'd walk home, spill about half it down your top, and then you'd find somewhere to pee in a lane or somewhere.
Like the papers, right? MSM are just way too picky, and what they do is create this revolt within us. We're like, oh my god! But I know that you would piss on the flipping street.
I wouldn't get my knob out in someone's front door. He's out someone's front door. I wouldn't do that. You get arrested for crap like that. I'm not going to do things like that. No.
I would squat.
What?
Not outside of his house, but I would need to go for a wee. Like I literally, if you need to go, you need to go.
Ah, yeah, absolutely.
And I think we've lost like the kind of sense of nature. Hang on, no, there is decency, but I would go into a field.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't go at somebody's house.
No.
But if you're desperate, you're desperate.
But Peter Mandelson, anyway, he was caught. It's a Daily Star, by the way, so you never know with them anyway. So
can we get back to it? I just want to see it.
Yeah, let's go again. Let's say, look. That's outside someone's blooming house. It's in London. You can see the postcode there.
I can't see because I've got this comment.
All right. Sorry. Let me just take this comment off 1 second. Bear with me. Let's have a look. How do I take it off?
Hide the comment up there.
There we go. Thank you.
Right. It's Peter. I mean, it's a play on words, but it's just, whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't, get your wonky out in front of someone's house. It's not
your
weird,
wonky?
Yeah.
What's a wonky?
Well, I call it all kinds of things.
You have a pika, a tika, a pikamachu.
Peekaboo. Anyway, moving on. Thank you for joining us. If you've just joined us because we've started the show on a Saturday afternoon, we just thought we'd do it off the cuff, didn't we, Rogue?
You did.
And
we're doing one tomorrow.
Look at the numbers. Fantastic. So
we're doing one tomorrow to do a recap of the whole... week. Yeah, Sunday Roundup with Richie and Rogue.
Are you going to sing?
No.
I love you singing.
Actually.
You sing really good, you know.
Shut up.
By the way, don't forget to support us if you can. We'd appreciate it because we do this as volunteers. We love doing this. This is our podcast. This is our platform called The Saints and Sinners, where we discuss current affairs, all kinds of topics, news items, latest news. We do it with a bit of fun as well.
And spirituality.
Yeah, and spirituality.
And life and real life, because we do a lot. So I actually used to be an agony aunt for the BBC.
You did.
So
shame on you. You're forgiven.
Okay, but no, it was local BBC radio where I would basically be called up and I'd have to do agony art sessions, and I bloody enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed doing that. And I also wrote for a magazine.
Were you an ant or were you in agony?
I was a bit of both.
Anyway, so if you want to support us, scan that QR code above Rogue's head over there. Grab your phone, go like that, and you can leave us a donation. Any amount is appreciated, small or otherwise. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Well, I wanted to finish the broadcast because I know you can talk all day, can you?
I could, yeah.
I know, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I have 250 viewers. That's good, though. We want to finish on this. I want to, because I think it's a good thing. This is right. So this article here says, Rogue.
I can't read it.
Can't you read it?
Oh my gosh, I need my glasses on.
Put your eyes on.
Jeez, hang on. So, most people think that Britain was better 50 years ago. Nostalgic UK residents feel the environment was cleaner, streets safer, and people happier in 1975.
What do you make of that?
You were born in 1975, and I would say different.
So you think, hang on a minute, so you're trying to say that...
it was, do you know what? I remember being a kid, right? What's going on there?
I'm just playing there, just learning.
Right, okay.
That's quite good, actually.
No, it's not. So I used to climb trees. And we used to be able to play out till 10 o'clock at night with no worries. We would hang out on bikes, skateboards. We would do whatever we wanted to do. And there was just such a sense of freedom. The streets were clean. You know, there were loads and loads of trees that you could go and explore. I used to go and collect fogsborn. And I loved being back. I mean, I was born in the 70s. And I thoroughly enjoyed growing up in the 70s and 80s. And just, do you know what's really different, actually? Is that we didn't have the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the internet's changed us? Do you think social media, do you think it has just kind of created a monster?
Yeah.
Or has it?
Well, you think about children now, right? They sit in their room all day. They're playing games nonstop, right? They don't have a social life. It's kind of everything's online. It's not the real world, is it? It's a false kind of, it's a facade, isn't it? And I think that is, there's been a correlation with that and mental health, I think. That's my opinion.
But I think that actually COVID and lockdown
COVID
sealed our time on social media. We were watching it more. We were watching more TV. We were just kind of becoming dumbed down. The whole idea, I believe, this is my belief, you might have a different belief, of COVID is that, you know, we were to be dumbed down. We were to be pre-positioned for what they're wanting to do in the 2030 agenda and the digital ID.
Absolutely. I was going to say something then. I was on COVID. Absolute con. That's what it was. It's not what I believe. It's the truth. The government were exercising power that they did not possess, that they put things into law, statutes, legislation, so they could lock us down, taking away our civil liberties. It will never happen again because the country is woken up. People have woken up to the reality of what's going on. And so, you know, lockdown, doing.
So if you want to do something a bit different, right? This is what I think. There's digital ID, which is coming forth. And we have got...
It's already here.
It is going forth, which is what I said, right? So we have Together Declaration. Now, Alan Miller, Together Declaration is a phenomenal platform to be able to go and actually investigate what they're doing. So you were actually part of Together, weren't you, when the whole of COVID was happening? And what went on there?
Well, we in Wales, they tried to introduce vaccine passports, if you remember, and I campaigned against it with the Together Declaration. It was a collective effort with 360,000 people signed a petition, not an online one, not a government one, an independent petition. And we took down to Parliament in big boxes outside No. 10 Downing Street. First time I'd ever been into Downing Street. It was interesting, actually. You go through security and they rub you down, all the checks and all that kind of thing. And and you have to do all these kind of checks before your passport, make sure you are who you say you are, and then you go knock the door at number 10, and the door opens, when you hand your petition.
There's somebody at the door.
I was with
it
was Alan Miller, Adam Brooks. There was solicitor guy. I can't remember the names. Forgive me. But it was an incredible experience. But the more important part I want to get to is this: with that petition, the government did a U-turn. They no longer made the vaccine mandatory for people, and they reneged and did a U-turn on vaccine passports. So we won. So people power does work. I know some of you think it doesn't, the protests and everything, but it really does work. It gets people awake to what's going on. Take what's happened on 13th September, Tommy Robinson, the United Kingdom festival that they had. I mean, millions of people watched it around the world, over 45 million. He's just come back from Poland, actually, isn't he?
He has, yeah.
But there's somebody who's been cancelled off mainstream media for speaking truth to power. And we're going to be doing a lot more of that, because we're going to be some on-the-street journalism soon as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that, actually, go and meet everybody, but I might have to have a stab-proof vest.
Yeah, I think you might need one. I think you really
just because
would.
I've got a mouth.
Yeah. Well, Mike mate was cancelled the other week, wasn't he? Mike Graham.
Yeah.
Should we watch that clip? He put it out there. Mike Graham's a good guy, because he often spoke truth as well on Talk TV.
He does.
If you look at Dan Wootton, got cancelled from GB News. Mark Dolan, he's gone from GB News. He's now with Talk TV. A lot of these people who people call far-right people, because they don't like immigrants coming into our country illegally, and because we love our flag, love our country, they're called far-right. Mike Graham's one of those. I think he's a wonderful guy. I'm just going to play this clip. He's put it out because he's gone independent, hasn't he?
He has, and I wish him all the luck in the world.
Let's watch this clip.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike Graham. Welcome to my new world. I just want to say a really big thanks to all of you who have signed up so quickly to my new Substack and to my new YouTube channel. It's themikegrahamshow.com, and we're going to be producing it very, very soon. So look out for all the latest news, all the latest views, all the opinions that you've been missing for about a month. I'm going to be back with you very, very shortly. See you then.
There we go. Mike Graham sending you big love from Saints and Sinners Rogue, aren't we? Because, anybody that gets cancelled from mainstream media, because Talk TV have become that. So GB News, by the way, which is owned by Farage, where most of the shares in there.
Yeah, Farage owns it. So Thorn in the Side is his company.
Yeah.
I just need to tell it.
Yeah, he doesn't own it, but he's a majority shareholder.
Yeah, he owns it with his company and all of the shares that he has in it. It's really, really important.
It's the Reform Show. It's not GB News. It's not the People's Channel.
It's not a fair channel. Like this, we would have anybody on. We would have everybody in every different. We have left, right, up, down, green,
inside
black,
out,
purple people.
About.
We just don't care. We want to actually hear the truth from everybody's side and just put it out there. So yeah, can we have a look at the comments really quickly, please?
I knew you were going to say that, because we're about to come to the end of the show, and when we do that, you always want
tomorrow we're planning to give you a recap of the week and the news.
Are we having Sunday lunch tomorrow? Are we going out for food?
No.
Have we decided?
No.
Are you going to cook the food?
Can you just go into the comments, please?
Sorry.
Bloody hell.
All right, okay. Right, okay. We got, let's have a look. Going back to the comments, bear with us. Don't forget to, let's have a look here. What's this? My Jojo talks politics, but lately she has good old Maggie Thatcher.
Just up on her reels, and I'd forgotten how good she was. It's true,
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is what I'm actually finding. I'm just going to say this as like part of my ending. Like, this is not a criticism of us as a people, but we can be quite fickle, because at that time, whoever's delivering, if they're not meeting our needs, then we start wanting the next best thing. Sometimes patience actually works. Holding space for whomever is trying to run the country, because it is a bloody hard job. And I can see what Labour are doing right now. Labour are creating more and more problems for the next party to come in. So again, we will have this dissatisfaction. Don't know why I'm jumbling my own words up. And we will just want more and more from the next party, but they won't be able to deliver, because Keir is creating a mess.
Keir Starmer's plan is he's screwing the country as much as he can, because he knows he's not going to win the next election. He's certainly not going to be the next Prime Minister when the election comes. And in fact, I don't think he's going to make it through this term. I think Wes Streeting and others are, sniffing at that dispatch box like they want to get in. And of course, Advance UK is making massive progress, Ben Habib, and it's wonderful to see what they're doing. They're in the alternative to Reform, as you know. And who knows, because the political landscape changes constantly. But you have to vote. I've always said this. You have to vote with your conscience, your convictions, and your principles, and align yourself with a party that you can support and get behind.
So many people say the right thing and then don't actually mean it. So we could have people talking about freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And then when they get into power, that's not the case.
I love Nikki. Look,
Poor Richie is hungry. His brain is stuck on food.
Nick, thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
Sorry, mush.
Mush is the right word for a swan. I am a Swansea Jack, actually. I was born in Morriston Hospital in 1975. That's 50 years ago. Do you think the world's changed in 50 years?
Like, it really, really has. I would not allow my child to go out on the street now. Look, we used to be able to travel. I would be able to get on a bus to my local town, and I would be able to go and enjoy just local sites. Now, I wouldn't let my granddaughter, I wouldn't let my children go on a bus. I wouldn't let them go on any form of public transport because of how serious the situation is right now. We're having stabbings on trains.
Yeah.
We're having, code, whatever, kicking off in schools. I mean, like, I don't even want to send my granddaughter to nursery. But I have got no say in that. That's not my say. But it is frightening what's happening. So many school lockdowns, so many issues, with women going out feeling frightened. There's a TikTok that's going around at the moment, right? And it's like not necessarily
What's
a hashtag.
TikTok? What was TikTok?
Sure up you. So basically you've got young girls who are sat on buses and sat on trains, video recording the immigrants, watching them, and not just watching them, but filming them. And they're actually filming.
Disgusting.
It's absolutely horrific.
Pedophiles.
There is such a paedophilic kind of energy that is coming into our country, and so many more girls are getting raped and abused. And for me, that is something that is really, really close to my heart, really close to my heart. And we have to protect our women and our children.
Absolutely. And I think having strong women like yourself, Rogue, is crucially important as well. And for all those women that are out there fighting for their families and children, big up on you, because you are so important.
Can I just say though, do you remember the that biker man that came out? What was he called again? He came out and he was like, I'm going to protect all the...
Oh, yeah. He was a fraud, and I said he was at the start. No one believed me, though. You didn't believe me either at the start, did you?
I didn't really have an opinion. I just thought that what he was doing... What was he called?
I can't remember
Bloody
now.
hell.
But he was
anyway, he was
to protect women and children, but he was a rip-off. Set up a charity. And
this is what really angers me, is when you have toxic male energy and toxic men who infiltrate onto a vulnerability and start to prey on that and then become something that they're not. What was he called?
I can't remember his name. I really can't remember.
Oh, God.
Andy's saying there, when I was a kid, if a policeman caught you doing something wrong, he'd give you a clip round the ear. By the time we got home, my dad would have heard it, and I got another clip round the head.
Exactly.
I was saying that the other day, didn't I? When I was a kid, coppers used to have wooden truncheons, right, down their trousers. And it was a truncheon.
I was about to say, do you need some counselling?
Yeah, pull this truncheon out on me, the copper, and they would literally beat the living daylights out of you and then take you home. And then my mother was the one who used to beat me when I go home. My father used to sit there quietly with his slippers on. But yeah, my mother gave me a right tuning as well with a Hoover pipe normally. We can't do anyways anymore, it's not a smack kids. But anyway, we're not going down that road. Rogue, I think we're coming to the end of our afternoon.
It's been really lovely, but we only had because we've got work to do for tomorrow's show. So make sure
we've got tons of work to do
tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel or our X, then please do.
Yes.
And we're on TikTok too.
Just to say as well, we've got over 255 people watching on X. We've got almost 300 here on our YouTube channel. So thank you ever so much. Please do something. Don't forget, I'm not going to keep going on. See that QR code? If you can scan that and drop a small donation, even if it's enough for a cup of coffee or to buy me some dinner, because I'm bloody starving. Was that a good
Men and their stomachs.
I'm starving.
Shut up. Guys, it has been so amazing having on. Thank you for listening, and we will see you
tomorrow.
all tomorrow.
What time? So we can give the heads up.
I would say, oh no, because it's my dad's birthday.
Oh, we're going to see if
it'd be like
Grandad Phil.
Probably about 8 o'clock. It'll be an 8 p.m.
Should we do an 8 p.m.? We actually.
Should we read you like a bedtime story? Give you a recap of everything that's going on.
8 p.m. We could do it. We could actually stream wherever we are because.
Okay, we'll do whatever. So 8 o'clock tomorrow is the time.
See you soon.
Take it easy,
Bye for
guys.
now.
Thanks for watching. Big love
Big love.
from me.
I'm starving. I'm starving. Let's go.
Blood.